Hi, I'm Ray with Ray of Light Yoga. So happy you could practice with me. We're going to be doing a deep stretch. And if you would like to find a blanket and a bolster, or maybe a pillow, anything that can soften your seat. As we come into our bodies, letting the outside world go, beginning our body scan. Before we begin, let's take 3 deep yogi breaths to settle in to our practice today. And as we inhale in the low belly, filling up the ribs and then the upper chest. So let's inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Once more. Closing our eyes, settling in, leaving our to-do list behind as we begin our body scan. Just noticing, inquiring, asking the body how you feel today, just making note, not pushing or forcing anything, but going to your edge, not past it. Let's begin our body scan, closing the eyes as we inhale, bringing our attention to our crown chakra at the top of our head, releasing any tension in the jaw as we inhale. Releasing the head and the jaw as we exhale. Continuing to the shoulders and the arms, inhaling. Not pushing or forcing as we exhale, letting anything go, shoulders and the arms. Inhaling at the abdomen and the thoracic spine. Exhaling, releasing the abdomen and thoracic spine. Down to the pelvis and the glutes. The lumbar spine, inhaling. Noticing how you feel as you release and exhale. Continuing down the legs to the knees, inhaling. Releasing the knees and the legs, exhaling. Down to the shins and the calves, inhaling. Releasing any restriction in the shins or the calves as we exhale. Inhaling to the feet, the ankles. Releasing the feet and the ankles. Letting your breath come back to its natural rhythm here. Just letting your eyes stay downcast as we begin our breath work practice, our pranayama. And today we're going to do Pada Dandasana pranayama practice. And it is crossing the arms, bringing our hands into our armpits. The thumbs are on the pectoral muscles here. And this helps us to clear our nostrils so that we have very clear inhales without plugging a nostril like in Nadi Shodhana. We're going to take 6 breaths here in our Pada Deer Asasana. As we begin, inhaling, filling up. Exhaling slowly. Our breaths are equal. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Our inhales and our exhales are equal. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Releasing the hands. Again, keeping the eyes downcast as our breath comes back to its natural, unconditioned state. And then just setting any props aside as we come into our Sukhasana pose. Crossing the ankles here, sitting up tall, making contact with both sits bones. Shoulders are back, collarbones smile. As we inhale at the top and roll forward for a few hip circles, linking our breath with our movement. Exhaling as we roll forward. Inhaling as we come to the back. When you've had enough of those, let's circle sweep, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, right hand down, rainbowing the left arm over, looking up at the sky, rolling the left shoulder back for 1 breath. Inhaling back up to center. So exhale to the left, rainbowing the right shoulder open. 1 breath here. Inhaling back to center. 1 more round. These side bends. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to a forward fold for 3 breaths. Yoga gives us a chance to clear our thoughts. And really connect with our breath. 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, push into the palms. Coming back up into your Sukhasana pose, let's switch our legs and begin our hip circles, going the opposite direction. Inhaling at the back, exhaling as we roll forward. Linking our breath with our movement. A couple more. Last time. Coming back to center. So we just do a few shrugs. Rolling the shoulders back. 1 more. And then we continue the opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then as we are doing a deep stretch today, I like to give my body a little extra softness by bringing my blanket out onto my mat and adding a a layer of cushion here. As we come into our staff Dandasana pose, sitting up tall in our sits bones, pulling the belly in. Feet are active, pointed to the sky. As we sit in our staff Dandasana, bringing our hands by the hips, lifting up, just making sure that the sits bones are covered with a little bit of cushion. As we circle sweep, inhaling arms up, bending forward from the waist, the chin stays active towards the front of the room as we exhale into our sitting forward fold. You can also use a strap or a dog leash, and if your forward fold is up here, that is beautiful. 2 more breaths in your Pashimo Tunasana. Last breath. On your next inhale, walk the palms back up, bringing the left hand to the right knee, kickstanding the right arm behind us, sitting up tall, straight. Sit bones are planted. The big toe mound of the right foot is planted next to the left foot. As we inhale, circle sweeping our left arm up for our half Lord of the Fishes twist, looking over the right shoulder for 3 breaths here. We unwind as we inhale and exhale, move a little deeper. 2 more breaths. These are nano movements. On your next inhale, release your half Lord of the Fishes twist. Again, bring those legs out straight in front of us. For our Pashimo Tunasana, our sitting forward fold, again, making contact with both sits bones as we circle sweep the arms up, bending from the waist as we forward, the tops of the thighs, massage those organs. 3 breaths here. This is a beautiful internal massage for all of our major organs because they're being massaged by our upper thighs. 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, walk the palms back up. Bring the right hand to the left knee for our half Lord of the Fishes twist on the left side. Bringing the left toe mound to the outside of the right knee. And then kickstanding the left arm, externally rotating your right arm, inhaling it up. And you can either hug the knee or bring the outside of the elbow to the knee. As we inhale, looking over the left shoulder. As we exhale, a little bit more room in our twist. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling. So we exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Releasing the left knee. On our next inhale, and then coming into our wide leg forward fold. Just taking our time, getting set up, making sure those sits bones are planted, and then inhaling up for a straight spine in our Parsvrita Upavista Konasana. Exhaling forward. And a block or a bolster work really great right here for resting your hands or your forehead. 3 breaths here. Feet are to the sky. Last breath. And then place your bolster aside as we inhale up for a straight spine, rotating towards the right leg, exhaling as we lay the belly down onto the quad here. Or if your belly doesn't touch your quad, that's okay. 3 breaths in your wide leg forward fold. Maybe turning the palms up, open and ready to receive from the universe. 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, walk the palms back up to center. Inhaling for a straight spine. Rotating to the left as we exhale over the left side. Again, turning the palms up, ready to receive. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, walk the palms back up. And then we're coming into our tabletop. Being onto all fours, spreading out the hands. The eyes of the elbows are pointed towards the top of the mat. The knees are hip-width distance apart. Legs are straight out behind us. We're pulling that low belly in for our neutral spine here. Inhaling up for cow, shining the heart forward, letting the belly drop. Exhaling back into cat, Yasana. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling, tucking the tail and the chin for cat. Inhaling, cow, shine the heart, let the belly drop. Exhaling into cat, tucking the tail and the chin. Last one, inhaling up. Lasana. Exhaling for cat. And then coming into our child's pose, triangling the knees, big toes touching, and the glutes are to the heels as we straighten our arms out in front of us. Most of our weight is in our forehead and our elbows here. 3 breaths in Balasana. This beautiful hip opener. Last breath. On your next inhale, I'm going to circle sweep the right arm up for thread the needle on the right side, bringing the right arm through, stretching the left arm out, coming on to the right to cheek or temple for our thread the needle pose. 3 breaths here. Big toes are touching. Last breath. On your next inhale, plant the left hand, circle sweep the right up. Exhale the right hand down. Inhale the left arm up. Bring that left arm through for thread the needle on the left side. Left cheek or temple is to the mat. Right arm is extended and active. 3 breaths. Sinking into your thread the needle pose. Last breath. On your next inhale, plant the right hand, circle sweep the left up. And come on to both hands in tabletop. And then inhaling the right knee up for lizard on the right side. Extending the left knee back. Make sure that if you need cushion or padding for your knee, that it's available to you. Coming on to the palms in our Yasana, lizard lunge. Just shifting softly back and forth, trying to find a little bit of movement, synovial fluid. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, come down onto the forearms if you'd like. If you'd like to stay up, that is okay too. This just increases the depth of stretch in the hip. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, come onto the palms. Heel toe that right foot to the left side of the mat for our our pigeon pose, Eka Pada Raja Kapatanasana. And the right quad shoots out of the right hip at an angle. And the top of the right foot is pressed into the mat. The left leg is straight out behind us. We're coming on to our palms or cupcake fingers here, inhaling up for a straight spine. And then rolling forward. And again, our bolster would work great here to help modify your pigeon. Because deep stretch is all about relaxation. 5 deep belly breaths here in your pigeon pose. Two more breaths. Last breath. On your next inhale, come up onto the palms. Push your bolster out of the way. We're not going far, we're just bringing the right knee out at a right angle, and then the ankle is also at a right angle for frog. Coming on to our left cheek. 5 deep breaths here, relaxing in your Mandukasana pose. Let that right hip relax. And soften. On your next inhale, bring that right leg in. Stretch the right arm out for our open wing pose. And you want to make sure that this right arm is a little lower than the right shoulder, pushing with the left as we roll over onto our left shoulder, bringing the left leg up and behind us if you'd like. You can keep that left arm down on the mat, or you can inhale it up and bind it. 3 breaths here in open wing. On your next inhale, inhale that left arm up, bringing it back down to the mat, rolling onto our belly, and then coming back into our tabletop pose. Back into tabletop. Inhaling the left knee up for lizard on the left side. Extending the right leg out behind us. Make sure that if you need cushion on that knee, you do. Send that signal of self-love. Beginning to breathe here. 3 breaths in our Yasana, lizard lunge. Slowly welcoming movement, distributing synovial fluid. And if you want to, come down onto the forearms. The cervical release. 3 breaths here. Shake the head no. Last breath here. Your next inhale, come onto the palms. Heel toe the left foot to the right side of the mat for pigeon on the left side. Extending the right leg out long behind us. The top of the left foot is on the mat. Left quad shoots out of the left hip. Coming on to our fingertips, inhaling up for a straight spine and then rolling forward into our Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana for 5 deep breaths here. Two more breaths. Last one. Next inhale, push your props away. Come onto the palms. Again, not going far, just bringing the left leg out for frog on the left side. Bringing the right cheek or temple to the mat. The foot is also at a right angle. 3 breaths here in frog. Let that hip go. Any of those feelings that just let them float by like puffy clouds. Last breath. Your next inhale, bring your leg lined up with the right leg, coming onto our knees, to our tabletop. rolling onto our backs, bringing the bottoms of our feet, and then cactusing the arms for just a few windshield wipers. Chin is to the left, legs are to the right. Inhaling back to center, exhaling to the left, chin is to the right. One breath, inhaling back to center. Two more at your own pace. Inhaling them back to center, bringing them in for an Apanasana squeeze, knees to chest. 3 breaths here, feeling the pull at the top of your thigh and your psoas. Last breath. Whenever you're ready, bring the feet back to the mat. Tip over onto your side, rolling over and pushing up into your Shavasana, bringing your legs, maybe a bolster underneath your knees, but just spreading out in your Shavasana. Your reward for your practice today, making sure that the legs are at least 20 inches apart and the hands are about 10 from the body. Let's take a big inhale with an open mouth exhale to settle in. Inhaling. Exhaling. Sinking into your Shavasana. Thank you so much for coming today, yogis. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Namaste.